Hello, what's up? Welcome or welcome back or what have you. It's week 5 of BBR. I'm going in currently 4-0. Season's looking pretty good. One more win and I basically should seal myself away for clinching playoffs, and hopefully that'll be this week. Uh, this week I'm up against Sparky and the Thundurus from down Undurus. And this it'll be an interesting one. I have never beaten Sparky in a game of Pokemon ever, but we also most of our draft leagues that I've played him in. I think I've only ever played him in singles before, and he's a better singles player than I am. But I play a lot more doubles than he does, so maybe I can finally take this in my format rather than his format. We'll see. Uh, his team is very rain centric, as you can see when he was drafting. It's my understanding that he knew that rain was the dominant archetype in BDSP doubles and probably the most beginner friendly, and so he went all in on it. And it's it's a pretty reasonable matchup against me. Going into it, I really thought I was gonna have like 60% to 40% advantage to disadvantage. When I actually got into prep, it really felt a lot more 50-50 at best. I have Articuno, and Articuno with all of its bulk and freeze dry, when I was drafting, I just saw Articuno. I was like, all right, cool, that's my rain answer. Here we go. But the problem here with that is there's also a Kabutops. Articuno can cut right through Ludicolo, and it can cut right through Pelipper, and it can cut right through Quagsire, but Kabutops is a different story. The other fun pieces with that are Bronzong and Snorlax. They are a really good change up from the rain mode, and you also have both Raichu and Toxicroak can support Bronzong and getting the Trick Room up. The good news is that outside the rain mode and outside the Bronzong Lax Trick Room mode, this team isn't really that deep. Ariados can basically just use Rage Powder. It's just like the cheap Rage Powder option for the team. Chatot can do some cool things. It's got like the only parting shot in the format, and it can also do a pretty strong Boom Burst. But neither of those are really that threatening. I'm not super expecting to see Quagsire either, just because I don't see... It's another Trick Room option, and it's an option to like stall out, and maybe it could come to try to like counter stall against like an Umbreon, for example, but I don't know. I think that it would be sacrificing some... It would, like, there's an opportunity cost of picking Quagsire over like Kabutops, for example. The ones that I think are probably going to come, just a combo of Ludicolo, Bronzong, Raichu, Toxicroak, Kabutops, Pelipper, Snorlax. One of those 7 has to sit. I don't think the one sitting will be Toxicroak, just because Toxicroak is the most obvious kill Umbreon Pokemon. It's also like the only taunt option on the whole team, I think. Oh, Chatot also can taunt. So if like Chatot is coming for some reason, it's gonna be Rock and Taunt. Yeah, we'll see if that happens. Here's what I've got prepared for this. So first up, Arcanine. Arcanine was not on my early drafts of this team. I was trying to, when I was initially scrimming, once again I had Blastoise here in the Arcanine slot. Kind of same deal as when I was facing up against Jolly, and I think that was week 3. But when it came down to it, the team just didn't feel right without Arcanine. I was having trouble getting through Bronzong. And Blastoise's damage output is bad here. There are 2, Toxicroak and Quagsire can both be immune to its Water Stab. Ludicolo hard resists it. And there's probably a world in which Blastoise is reasonably good against this team, with like Fake Out and Yawn and stuff like that. And maybe it could do something, but I wasn't able to crack it. And Arcanine just felt better being able to intimidate Toxicroak and intimidate Snorlax and have like a good solid answer into Bronzong. As long as it's not heat proof, it could be heat proof. But I do also technically have the Dawn Fan, so we'll see. We have Pasha Berry on Arcanine just because I think that's the only way it can like I don't want Arcanine taking hits in the rain. But with Pasha Berry and all this bulk, it can actually take most of them. Flare Blitz, Close Combat, Extreme Speed. I've used this set before. I'll probably use it again. It's the most reasonable, like the most flexible Arcanine offensive set. Flare Blitz for big damage outside the rain, Close Combat to threaten Snorlax, Extreme Speed in case things start getting out of control and I just gotta, pick off a low health Ludicolo or something. This is also the return of Double Dog. Arcanine, Umbreon. It's standard Umbreon, except we've got Sunny Day over Yawn this time around. I feel like between Umbreon and Jumpluff, I think Sparky's probably smart enough of a player to throw a Lumberry into something that could reveal it on Yawn at a really bad time. So I don't want to run Yawn every single week because eventually there's gonna be some time that it's not gonna get that value. But turning off the rain is always good value. In practice, I was using Umbreon, I was just doing my best to predict, okay, is Pelipper swapping in this turn? And then I'd try to counter the Pelipper switch with Sunny Day, and it worked pretty well, because Ludicolo is kind of not that great when its rain goes away. Foul Play is just the general let Umbreon do some damage, and it also gives Umbreon an option to do reasonable damage into a Bronzong, or, something that's trying to boost. Snarl to lower special attack. Taunt to try to stop a Trick Room from going off. And it is, this Calm Spread very easily lives hits from Ludicolo even in the rain. Specs Hydro Pump in rain only does 60 something percent. And unless it can survive a lot of Pelipper Ludicolo double ups, not all of them, because I did want to keep this amount of physical defense so that way it holds up pretty well against Snorlax and against a Toxicroak. But yeah, pretty generic spread overall. Just got the 4 here, 4-4. This will outspeed. If Pelipper for some reason goes no speed at all, I'll outspeed it. I don't think that'll happen, but why not? Next is Articuno. Hopefully Articuno holds up in the rain as well as I hope it will. Tailwind is another answer to just getting ahead of Ludicolo in the rain. Freeze Dry completely cleaves through Pelipper and Ludicolo. Hurricane is a good backup option, and it also hits Toxicroak extremely hard. Charty Berry is for random rock coverage like Rock Slide on Toxicroak, which I do know I think he's run it before. And it also is there just so that way Articuno can take a hit from Kabutops and do reasonable damage back with Freeze Dry. Not a one-shot most of the time, unless it's no bulk and I'm lucky. Next up, and speed. Speed is outspeeding. It's outspeeding Toxicroak. No. This is outspeeding Kabutops. I think if I remember right, I did just let the Toxicroak one go, just because I might nah. I think it's okay to let the Toxicroak one go. It can't do that much damage to me with Charty Berry, and this little bit of bulk here does help against Ludicolo a little bit. So, hence why it's set up like this. Next is Hitmonlee, who is set up to outspeed Toxicroak. Should get the faster Fake Out. We've got standard Close Combat and Burden. It actually, because Hitmonlee's special defense is really high, it can eat some reasonable hits from Ludicolo, which also means that I didn't think that the Focus Sash way of proccing and Burden was that great here, because really the only thing that should likely be faster than Hitmonlee. There's Raichu and there's Ludicolo. Both of those probably shouldn't be knocking Hitmonlee down to Sash, in which case having, White Herb and Burden to try to boost speed is better. I've got Wide Guard here. In previous weeks, Sparky has shown a love of clicking Surf next to Water Absorb Quagsire and Water Absorb Toxicroak. I don't want to rely on Wide Guard that much because, I don't know, like, it's not the most... It's an easy move to take advantage of if you're expecting it, because all you have to do is just click the Scald button or click the Hurricane on Pelipper, or just, not click a move that goes into Wide Guard. But I think it is a good safety thing to have. I considered having Stone Edge here for Pelipper, but it doesn't one-shot Pelipper anyways, and the accuracy is not that great. In close combat, he doesn't have any ghost types, so this chunks basically everything. The other good use for Wide Guard is with Magneton. A lot of the ground options in the game, basically just Earthquake, which means that if there is something trying to Earthquake Magneton, I can just Wide Guard next to it. And I can also Wide Guard to protect from my own Discharge. This is a pretty basic Magneton set. It outspeeds Pelipper with this investment. Max special attack. A little bit left, just dropped into HP. Magnet, so that way these electric attacks can do the most damage. Tri-attack is basically just for... It's for Quagsire and Raichu. Both of them resist or Flash Cannon, and so it's basically just my strongest coverage into them. It's not good coverage into them, but I can damage the two of them. Discharge gets around Ariados and Raichu, so I can hit a partner Pelipper or Kabutops or whatever. Thunder just does as much damage as possible. If I'm not turning the rain off, it will really chunk stuff. I do need to watch out for Umbreon and Magneton next to each other, because if I turn the rain off, Thunder is now only 70% accurate, but also like the extra damage output is really valuable into Bronzong and Snorlax. So if it comes down to it, I would rather have a chance of hitting the rolls I need with Thunder than definitely not hitting the rolls I need with Thunderbolt. Hopefully I don't regret that, but I do have Discharge for 100% accuracy, so yeah, that's Magneton, and Magneton's good friend this week is Gardevoir. We are back to using Telepathy Gardevoir. No Earthquake or anything else, it's literally just there to be able to sit there next to a discharging Magneton. Psychic and Shadow Ball for coverage. Psychic hits literally everything but Bronzong pretty well. Shadow Ball is for Bronzong. During testing, I had Energy Ball over the Shadow Ball slot, but not being able to hit Bronzong at all wasn't great. And I do think that having Trick Room is overall more valuable than Energy Ball here. Energy Ball is obviously, just guaranteed one shot into Kabutops and Quagsire, but Psychic does reasonable enough damage, and being able to, I don't think that there are many situations that I would set up my own Trick Room, but having a Trick Room to reverse a Bronzong's Trick Room, I think is really good. So, and also, if he is clearly going fast mode, Pelipper Tailwind, it does give me another way to counteract that. Hopefully I don't miss Energy Ball too much, and it also does mean that if I am queuing into a team and I see that there is like a Quagsire or mostly Quagsire, I do need to, if I think Quagsire is coming, I basically need to bring Articuno, just because it's really the only thing that can hit it for a ton of damage. So yeah, that's the team for this week. I'll see you in the match. Alright, here we are. We are back on cart this time, so let's get it. I wonder... Okay, I get to pick the battle rules. I have not actually used the Colosseum. This is a nice little a nice new update. Alright, so number of Pokemon 4, set all to level 50, same items not allowed, same Pokemon not allowed. Probably not allowed for special Pokemon too, but I don't think it should matter here. Alright. Alright. Picking my right team. What are we looking at here? My team probably decides a lot will come down on what he's brought. Okay, Pelipper, Ludicolo, Raichu, Kabutops, Bronzong, Toxic Croak. There is no Snorlax here. Alright, so that means Trick Room probably isn't happening. I think that means Gardevoir is not a huge deal. Alright. Do we want to go for the Umbreon? Since Trick Room's not as likely, I do think... Do we want to go Umbreon Magneton? Or do we want to go... So I want Umbreon regardless. I think I'll take Arcanine in the back regardless. Who do I want in lead? Do I want to have the Articuno here? Or do I want to just start... They don't have anything against good with Magneton here. So I think Gardevoir... I think this should be fine. Yeah, that... I'm gonna take the Articuno here, because I want the killing power. My discharge... I don't have as much I can do there. Okay, so this is about the lead we would have expected. Awesome. Alright. So we can just Sunny Day here. Okay, so Raichu probably comes in one of these slots, right? I think we need to just protect on Magneton. I'm just gonna go back and make sure I click the right moves. Sunny Day, yes. Protect. So he goes Wrestler right off the bat. That does more damage to him than it does to me. That really doesn't do all that much to me, like, at all. I wish I had Gardevoir here. Alright. Definitely Snarl. Is there a Raichu in the back? There's gotta be a Raichu in the back, in which case I don't want to Thunder. I think if Raichu's in the back, you're surely not going to Surf here. I think we can go Articuno reasonably safely. Alright. So Raichu incoming. Yep. Let's run a calc on... Ludicolo versus Umbreon there. That is definitely not. That's not Life Orb. It's probably just straight up Modest here, right? I think we can go Sunny Day again. Probably not Bronzing in the back here. And I don't think there's anything really threatening. Just Pelipper. Yeah, I think we just go... We Sunny Day again. If we Sunny Day again, do we need to Tailwind? I think why not? Oh, that's cute. Where is that coming into? Alright, so you got... Let's no burn. Alright, Tailwind and Sunny Day 2. I think we keep pressing the button. I think it's time to... Well, do we need to keep Sunny Daying? We have Tailwind up. Do we want to take out Raichu? Let's see. What does Articuno do into a Raichu? Not much. Alright, that's a goodbye to Ludicolo. With the Snarl, I think I should live this. And then good chip into Raichu. Oh, good chip into Raichu. Alright, so that's turn 2 of Tailwind. 2 more turns of Tailwind. What comes in? Okay, that's Pelipper again. I think we can foul play the Raichu and probably just protect Articuno. No reason to let it go down. This is going pretty well. I don't... Toxicroak is the biggest punish to this, because that does get him through Tailwind. But I think I can just take Raichu here for free, and Oh, that's Scarf. Raichu probably lives with this burn, which is not great. Oh, no it doesn't. Good job, Umbreon. Pelipper is now Scarf into Scald. So... if no Fake Out here, Pelipper dies. If this is not Toxicroak, Pelipper is dead. If it is Toxicroak, It's a little bit more awkward. Okay, Kabutops. I think we just Sunny Day again, and we end at Pelipper. Alright, if he Rock Slide, can probably get a double KO, but that'll kill. That's revealing Charty Berry. Not ideal. Oh, that's a Life Orb. Okay. We should be fine, though. So big Intimidate here. Do I CC? So there are 3 turns of rain left, but removing the speed doesn't really matter. I think I just do the damage. You've got to flinch it out. Oh, if that was Waterfall, he had a win con, but that wasn't Waterfall, so he doesn't. Oh, and that just is that a crit? Oh, Arcanine, you're just strong. All right, good job, bud. Stealing the kill from Magneton. All right, good game 1. Manual Rain Dance on a Raichu. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Game 2, how do we want to do this? Okay. Articuno is really freaking good. What do I think the mix-up is here? So you gotta shut down Umbreon, right? I wonder how you try to do that. I do obviously still want Umbreon. Is this one, is this time, is it Green Man? Do I want to go the Magneton Gardevoir lead? I think I do. Umbreon is really good. What do I want to finish with? Do I want Arcanine? Do I want Green Man? Or do I want Articuno? Do I think he's going to do a better job of playing around Articuno this time? Probably. But the Tailwind was really good. But I do think that having Intimidate in the back is solid. Especially because that took out. Mm-hmm. Alright, so something dies. I think for Toxicroak versus this is a bulky Gardevoir. And it can't have Life Orb. So it feasibly lives. Alright, let's go for it. We're gonna trade 1 for 1 here. Gardevoir might, depending. No, it doesn't live. But this is a fat discharge. Pelipper is gonna go down, and Toxicroak is gonna take massive damage. Oh, and the para, big para. All right. No Pasho is revealed in Arc, so I think this is safe. Well, because Ludicolo, is it? Which one comes in here? I think Umbreon goes in here. All right. You're gonna Liquidation Rock Slide. I think this is awkward. I need to protect Magneton. Do I need to protect Magneton? Or do I need to swap Arcanine in? Probably, no, I need to swap Arcanine. What was that roll last time into... Oh! So that was that's no bulk. Toxicroak is gonna go into Umbreon. Ooh. Unlucky for him. I can CC here. I think I can just double. Because this actually never kills. Hold on. Alright, that's into... who's that into? Raichu. Oh, bud, I'm sorry about that. That is really, that's unlucky. Like, I mean, I take those, but that is really unlucky. He's got to probably try to... I mean, he's got to just try to turn the rain on here, right? We're removing you. Raichu can't have taunt. And in this case, Kabutops is not allowed to have... Well, actually, no. Kabutops is not allowed to have Sun. Extreme Speed is not necessarily a kill into Raichu here, and Raichu does need to die. Okay, here's how I do it. Do I sack Magnet? No, I don't sack Magneton. I can just protect, and then foul play. Oh! Nice. Well done. Who's this going to be into? That'll do... What kind of damage does that do? Well baited. Probably should have gone into... Okay. I think we... Stream speed... And then, is Magneton useful? It's not really, is it? That was a good protect on his. That, I didn't really want that, but inner focus means that there's not really a big, like, lose con here. Goodbye, Raichu. Alright. Just gotta just try to Rock Slide this out. What kind of damage does Rock Slide do into Magneton? Kabuto. Kabu. I can't type. Kabutops. Probably kills, so we can just go for Thunder into Sunny Day. Goodbye Magneton, but Umbreon can't flinch, and that should seal it. And that should be close combat, foul play, GG. Good game, well, I'm not gonna say good game yet, but I don't think that there's a way for him to turn this around. Man, Gardevoir didn't really do anything this game other than just die to Toxicroak, but Magneton got to show up. Close combat. That should always kill, just in case. I'm gonna just make sure I don't accidentally choke this. Close combat, into the right slot. Foul play, into the right slot. GG. Oh, and that's not even a kill into Arcanine. Well, GG Sparky, I've finally taken the W. I'm sure you're gonna come thrash me again when we play singles, but hey, I finally got on the board, so hey, let's go.